So around freshman year of high school, I had to explain the executive branch in a presentation, except there's a twist on it. You have to take every single job, like that has a title and a symbol, in the executive branch. They gave us a list, so if I'm missing anything, don't hate me. That would be my teacher's fault. But we had to take a TV show or a movie or like a book, and we had to associate characters with those jobs and basically explain why those characters would be good at that job. So I chose the Marvel MCU cinematic universe. Yeah, as it's the executive branch, the first part of the executive branch, the most important part, is the president. President Thanos. Yes. Uh oh god. He's a good guy. Remember Thanos? He was the villain we could all sympathize with cuz he might actually be sort of right. I mean, he's wrong with what he's doing, but his intentions are pure. So that's why I'm putting him up here. He puts his people's well-being over everything, even if it kills half of them. But at the ends are cool. We can fix that whole half genocidal part of him. He doesn't like doing that, so I don't know. Maybe just putting him in front of something smaller than the entire universe might be okay. Commander-in-Chief. So, if you didn't know, the president is in charge of the military, and he's Thanos. He's conquered so many planets. I really don't think I have a problem with putting him in charge of our military, unless he kills half of us, of course. But chief diplomat. He deals with foreign affairs, and I mean he talked to the Kree and the Chitauri at some points and done stuff with them, so I think he'd be pretty good at that. He's had some experience with that. Yeah, Secretary of State, Black Widow. Oh yeah, so the thing with the symbols, why he has the symbol of the president on his where did I get this picture? These symbols, that was a requirement to put the symbol of the position in there, so I just kind of put them on the characters and incorporated them that way. As you can see, some of them fit, and some of them don't. So Secretary of State, Black Widow, with her really low-resolution picture, we have her handling foreign affairs and relationships with other nations. She's done this sort of thing before. Remember when everyone was sad and she communicated with the Avengers and Wakanda and the inhabitants of space? Yeah, she did that. And I think she did well. Secretary of Treasury. Do I really need to explain this? He's already he's ready for the job. Look at that man. He multi-billion-dollar company man, I think, wasn't that? I don't know actually how rich he is, but he rich, he money, he good for job. Attorney. I forgot. I get that. Because his eye, he can see everything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking... Okay. Attorney General Heimdall, Hans, him. This man can this man can see everything. He will be able to give just punishments, for he will know the truth about what crimes people have committed. Doesn't this feel like perfect? The Attorney General enforces and defends federal laws of the United States and all that. He's basically the guy who does judge thingies. If he can see literally everything, no one's gonna go to jail wrongly. Because he can see whether he already knows they did the thing that they did or didn't do it. Because he could see did you get it? I get it. Secretary of Interior, Ultron. I'm really going with this villain thing, aren't I? I like Ultron. Ultron's my boy. I'm sorry. I liked Ultron. I know, I'm weird. He was too funny. He wasn't cold or scared. I liked him, okay? I don't know. Just go back and watch Age of Ultron again. Secretary of Interior, responsible for management and conservation of most federal land and natural resources and wildlife. He was literally designed to protect the Earth. He just did the normal robot thingy of seeing humans bad because not good for Earth, and I'm trying to protect Earth, so I must kill humans. So just reprogram him a little bit, make him a little less sentient, and he'll be here to help keep the world alive without killing everyone, hopefully. Secretary of Agriculture, Groot. Do I need to explain at all? What do you... He's a fucking plant. What do you want from me? Thank you. Secretary of Commerce. What does this do again? Represents... Oh, yes! Okay, so this guy, Adrian Toomes, this is the Vulture guy. His whole thing was that, he's poor... No, that's not what I meant. No, no. Okay, so basically, his whole living was made off of like giving other people jobs by creating jobs, admittedly through illegal actions and supplying dangerous people with dangerous weaponry. But the passion in that is he's going in the right direction. He just wanted to like give people jobs and ways to get up there, have a stable income. So I think he'd be really good at making jobs and stuff. And he's the whole thing is about promoting economic growth and job creation. I think he could do that. He could look out for the little guy, just like Spider-Man did. But now he's the Vulture, and he's not uh, doing illegal weaponry stuff. Secretary of Labor, Scott Lang, similar thing. He's been to jail a lot, and he's been out of work a lot. All out of the entire Marvel cast, he has the most experience with unemployment and being an actual citizen in the workplace. So, wouldn't he have, like, the best ideas for this department? Wouldn't this make sense? Secretary of Labor, unions, wages, worker health, business to employee relationships. This man, he would do it so well. He's so qualified. Look at that. Secretary of Defense, Thor. He's fucking strong. Like, he's a Chad. Look at the man. He's lightning man, kill everything, but he has a good heart, and he also is like a command. Does he command armies? I say he commands armies for decades, but like, doesn't he's fought in wars before? He would be able to do that, right? He could organize. I think Thor could do that. He could do that. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Wanda Max. Doesn't this make sense? This is very similar to the Adrian Toombs and Scott Lang idea. This is she has experience with being in homeless after her home was destroyed by Tony Stark, which we kind of forget about every now and then. She has a history of living in a poor. She can do that. She would know what's up, I basically tried to put people who have experience with this stuff because it would make sense. Secretary of Transportation, Dr. Strange. Now you're probably thinking, doesn't he like good with medical stuff? Isn't there a branch that you could do, put him for medical things? And I don't actually remember if there is a branch. Secretary of Transportation. Literally the only reason I put him here is because he can mass produce sling rings, require them to have licenses. You need to concentrate to use them, so you can't be drunk while using them. Plus, he's incredibly smart, so any any little hiccups along the way would be handled by him. Sling rings. You have no real purpose. You're just giving us little rings. Secretary of Education. Look at this man. Look at this man. Now back to me. Wait, I don't have a screen, like a face cam. Just look at this man then. This man is an incredibly smart student. And yes, a student! He is a student right now. If you're gonna run something, you should have to live through your own rules. I think I was really angsty when I wrote this. Maybe I was angry at a teacher or something. I don't know. It's just occurring to me now that all teachers have gone through school, and so my argument technically makes every teacher qualified to be the Secretary of Education. This might have been a dumb idea, I'm not gonna lie, but I had to put Ned somewhere, because I couldn't not. I really couldn't not. He's like my favorite character who's not a superhero. He's his own superhero. He's my superhero. I love you, Ned. Secretary of Energy, Hank Pym. Basically, he's a genius with atoms, and he could solve atomic energy if you really wanted to. That's basically it. That's literally it. Next. Okay, Secretary of Veteran Affairs, Captain America. He literally is a veteran. That's all. Yeah. I mean, like, they're all dying soon, I guess. So, that just got depressing real quick. I'm just gonna move on. Nice. Secretary of Homeland Security, Nick Fury. Or Furv. Nick Fury? Fucking knew it. Job description. Works to protect from terrorists. He already does this. He keeps America safe from the outside and inside threats of the world. He already does this job, basically. He just doesn't have the title. Give the man the title. Just do it. I don't care anymore. Secretary of Health and Human Services. I don't know what I was thinking when I had this guy. The Vision literally wields the Infinity Stone of the Mind. Is infinitely smart. Oh, okay. So he's just smart, so he would be able to prevent any disease and figure out how to I'm not sure. How is he supposed to protect against child and domestic abuse and prevent drug abuse? He's smart. He can figure it out. Chief of Staff, Peter Parker. What was this guy? Protect the interests of the President, Congress, or the members of the executive branch. Oh, okay. So he's basically a genius everyone's just smart in the Marvel universe, aren't they? Oh yes. He's a good boy. He's the advisor of the president, and he's incredibly honest and a good boy. And I think Thanos, our Mr. President Thanos, might need that. Just a nice angel on his shoulder when he's doing that, so he doesn't go doing Thanos shit. President Secretary Quentin Beck. He's a spaceman. Not really though, but that's the twist. He's press secretary, Quentin Beck. Press secretary is just supposed to make the president look good, and he's like a master of manipulation. So, yeah, that's it. I, yeah,